guys, bonjour tout le monde. Thanks for all the great comments on yesterday's video. You guys made me think like, wow, I did something awesome. So thank you. Merci tout le monde pour tous les commentaires sur la vidéo hier. Ça a l'air que vous ont tous aimé la vidéo puis apprécié la vidéo, donc merci. Aujourd'hui, je vais faire la deuxième chose que j'ai parlé hier, puis on va jouer un petit peu avec les aquarelles de Marlene. So, okay. So, Jay, you're going to have to talk a little bit and let me know people's comments. And if people
Sandra
are
says
there.
hi. Erin says hi. Bridget says hello. Vicky is here.
Okay, so we're doing roll call.
Zian is here.
Okay. Because I
May
don't like
is
to
here.
start the technique until we have at least 20 eyes
Ariel
on
is
there.
here.
Hey, everybody. It's so weird not to see your comments while I'm videoing, so...
Maybe I should turn it and you should just look at the comments at the same time.
Well, it's difficult to do that. We should bring back that thing we were using at home and give it a try again.
Nadine is here. Hélène is here.
Allô tout le monde.
France
Donc,
is here.
aujourd'hui, je vais jouer un petit peu avec les aquarelles de Marlene. J'ai les deux, les néons et les métalliques.
Yeah, it's romper room. It's true.
Yes, it is romper room.
I see
I
Erin
see,
and Danielle
exactly.
and May and Karen
So the
and
other
Lori.
thing I'm
And
talking about today is our folding book. Okay, so this is one of Marlene's books as well. Ça, c'est un produit de Marlene qu'elle fait. Il n'est pas dispendieux, c'est 12,50 $, mais il y en a beaucoup de pages. Puis moi, je suggère de faire les deux côtés. Oui, si j'utilise les sprays, ça va être beaucoup plus vite. Donc, on va travailler juste sur une surface aujourd'hui, le devant ou l'arrière. Mais aussi, j'ai pensé que j'apportais mon petit gel plate aussi. I think I forgot it. Okay, maybe we won't be using the gel plate because I left it somewhere. But I also brought my black book so that we could see exactly what some of these colors look like on there. So I happen to really love, this is the little case it comes in. These are the neon colors. I gave away my case of the metallic colors because I had two cases already come dented. So really, I want you to have a brand new box, as Vanna would show. Donc, si jamais tu trouves qu'il y a la trouble en ouvrant votre boîte, c'était fait en shipping de Netherlands d'ici. Donc, à ce temps-là, moi, je change la boîte pour vous. So, here goes. I'm not filling that up. I do have a cup of water today so that hopefully I could clean off my brushes. I do have a guinea. Could you give me the that rag? Thank you. I'm going to put that on my lap. Otherwise, I'm going to be drying brushes on my pants. And let's see what we could do. So firstly, we're going to look. I pretty much showed you on the black, so I'm going to on the white. So I'm going to start on the black just because I have a page open here. This is my attempt at one of Tracy's mandala classes. Mais si vous aimez ça ici, Tracy Scott, elle donne des cours en faisant des mandalas. Et si vous voulez savoir les crayons qu'elle utilise, nous avons ici, c'est les Midnight, je pense que ça s'appelle des Midnight. Il vient en 10 couleurs, puis il y en a chacune à l'unité. Mais ils sont incroyables sur noir. So this is one of Tracy Scott's mandala classes she taught here, but I noticed she's offering it online. Go and support her, take a class with her. She showed some incredible mandalas, like really, really incredible. So go have a look. So here, as you can see, is where I do all my little testing. Des fois, un client dit, ah, à quoi ça a l'air sur noir? Puis je dis, je sais pas, on va le faire ensemble. So you know me, guys, if you come in and you go, I wonder what this looks like, I'm going to rip open the package and I'm going to show you. So here goes. So metallics versus neons. Firstly, I'm going to spray water on the page. So again, like I said, we're going to play, and I'm going to spray some water in my paints. Water in my paints. Okay, and let's see if I have patience to clean brushes in between. I doubt it, but I'll try. Okay, so this one is got glue in it or something. So, this was our Galaxy one from yesterday because my water's already turning black. All right, guys, so how many of you love everything that Marlene makes? I'm sure I'm going to see lots of hearts then. Or I'm sure Jay's going to see lots of hearts then. Okay, so now that I've sprayed this, and I don't think I sprayed enough, et comme ça c'est un livre de Diane Reevely, on est certaine qu'on peut mettre de l'eau dedans parce que Diane, elle aime travailler avec de l'eau. So I'm going to go into the neons because I haven't played with these yet, and I definitely didn't put enough water in those. Donc, ce que je trouve de ces aquarelles-là sont vraiment, they're very creamy. Donc, ici, je vais faire une ligne sur le noir comme tel et sur le noir avec l'eau. Donc, tu peux le voir qu'on voit la couleur même sur le noir. Et des fois, tu peux juste toucher et voir si la couleur va... You see, you need more water for that. And I'm just afraid to put too much water. Oh, there you go. Just to watch it travel. OK? Mais ça, c'est notre bleu. Donc, je vais le faire la ligne plus foncée. Donc, on peut le voir, le bleu. Next, we're going to go into the green if I get my brush clean enough. Guys, you guys must have secrets on how you clean your brushes. I'm not Dina. I can't have 30 brushes in front of me. Don't I wish? Okay, so now I'm going into the green. I'm doing the green, le vert. And already it's dry. Okay, j'ai mis plus d'eau. Okay, so loving that. So do you see how, oh look, even on a baby wipe. Donc ça ici, si vous laissez sécher sur vos serviettes humides, si tu l'aimes les couleurs dessus, laisse-les sécher et coupe les fleurs dedans. Okay guys? So keep your baby wipes because you could do stuff with them. I've seen many people cut flowers and things like that out of them. So I really like them when you put them on thick on the black. They seem to be very nice and creamy. But what I am feeling is that you really, like it really absorbs the water. Moi, je trouve ça absorbe toute l'eau vite, vite. You know, I could never keep a yellow clean. I'm so bad that way. Okay, guys. Jay, close your ears. On va pas dire à Jay, mais je viens d'ouvrir cet produit-là. But don't tell him. Yesterday, you guys were all so good. You kept my secret for me. Maintenant, on a le rose. J'ai mis le rose à côté de bleu. So what are you guys thinking? Like, did you expect to see it like that on the black? Because I didn't. I was very surprised to see how opaque it is on the black without a lot of water. Si je mettrais plus de l'eau, ça va pas être si opaque. Mais regarde à quoi ça a l'air sur noir. Okay? So we don't have a lot of paints that show up so magnificently on black. So good job already, Marlene. And you know, she knows we love her. Okay, so now let's go on to this page and do metallic. After that, we'll go into our little accordion book and we'll see what the colors look like on white. Donc, je fais la même chose. J'ai mon bleu métallique. Et comme on a vu hier, je pense les couleurs métalliques, comme ils ont toutes une base d'argent, on voit plus argent dans certaines lumières. So Marlene came here and taught classes here. I know a bunch of you took her classes, and as soon as we can have people and guest artists again, she's one of the ones that are going to come back because we love her and Marlene and I keep in touch, and we definitely want her to come back. So you see how, as it dries, you see more silver. Donc, on a encore une teinte de la couleur, mais je trouve que le métallique sort beaucoup plus. And also, my page is dry. So let's get more water. Okay. Because my friend Dominique, she told me that you need lots of water. Is it hard to see over there?
It's okay.
Ah, Jay's got you guys covered. So I'm going to do the yellow. So you see the yellow starts as yellow with a hint of pink or something in there. But let's see when it dries. You'll see that over here, on voit beaucoup plus d'argent. Puis je pense that's the nature of the beast. Sorry if you're just staring at my arm. Okay, on va voir le rose. J'aime le rose à côté de bleu. So that's pretty. That's pretty. And I'm too lazy to clean brushes, guys. C'est assez stressant de faire d'art en avant du monde. Mais c'est encore plus stressant parce que je sais que je nettoie pas mes outils puis tout ça. Now that is stunning. Ça, je l'aime beaucoup, beaucoup. Moi, je vois mauve et bleu. Donc, vraiment, vraiment beau. C'est une couleur que j'aime beaucoup, beaucoup. Ces deux-là sont les plus vifs. And now, I mean, I'm going to show you black on black, but you'll see silver. Voila. Wow. Okay. So, because we saw how bright the red and the purple came out, I'm just going to return to the blue and see if it was just I didn't put enough paint. Voilà. C'est ça. Je pense que ma peinture était trop sec. Because really, you should be able to see some of the color. So what do you guys think? So do you want to know the other interesting thing that I was told and taught by Dominique? We can stamp with these watercolors. Now, most of you probably know that. On peut étamper avec les aquarelles. Donc ça, c'est la prochaine chose que je veux le faire. But look at that. So I'm loving the neons. I like the metallics too, but I think I like them better on white. Puis les néons, j'aime juste... Ça fait aucune différence s'ils sont sur noir ou blanc. Je l'aime. All right, guys, so I'm going to put that there, let that dry. Now, stamping. So let's talk a little bit about that. So Dominique a fait un échantillon pour moi. Je t'ai montré ça déjà, mais ça c'est avec les néons. So what she did is she had painted it onto her stamp. Now I did bring a stamp here somewhere.
Is Marlene's work on YouTube?
Marlene's work, she has a Facebook page. Elle a une page de Facebook. Ça s'appelle Art by Marlene. Je peux l'écrire ça tantôt si tu veux. Mais donc, ce que je dis, c'est qu'on peut étamper avec des aquarelles. Donc, ce que moi, je vais faire, je vais prendre une petite étampe de Tracy. OK, ça, c'est une étampe, la Sept de Tracy. Puis, je vais essayer de prendre une qui a beaucoup de morceaux. Et on va voir, ça c'est de papier aquarelle, OK? Donc, ce que je vais faire, je vais mettre un peu d'eau, juste un petit peu d'eau sur mon étampe. J'en ai, je pense, déjà de l'eau dans mes néons. Puis, je vais aller chercher, is it clean? Why is this? Oh, because it's not that one. That one was rock hard. Encore, j'en ai trop de noir dans mon pinceau. You know what? There's another. Voilà. Je vais utiliser ceux-là. Okay. I'm going to use a clean brush. I'm going to wet it a little. We hope it's clean. And I'm going to take a little of the yellow. I'm going to paint it on in the middle. Okay? So I'm very, you can see, very precise. Je fais la précision complètement. OK? Je veux juste ajouter un petit peu plus. Maintenant, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. So we're going to put the blue, because that way we can get a little bit of green in our stamp.
Dominique says you need a smaller brush.
Yeah. Je sais, Dominique. Mais maintenant, j'essaie pas de faire la précision. J'essaie juste de faire un petit peu des couleurs autour. Mais oui, je sais qu'il faut faire un pinceau plus petit. So Dominic is pointing out for us that I should be using a smaller brush, but who of you has known me to do anything that I'm supposed to do? Really? I mean, come on. C'est Nathalie ici. C'est quelqu'un qui prend des shortcuts le plus que possible. Boy, could you imagine what I was like in school, guys? Actually, I was a good student. J'aimais la trouble pour mes profs. Okay, so, and the last color around here is going to have to be my neon pink.
Vicky wants to know if it dries fast on the stamp.
You know what? I still see it wet, but the great thing about watercolor is even if it dries, before you stamp it, you should give just one little mist of water so it won't matter. So even if the whole thing was dry, because you could color this with a Tombow marker, and yeah, you're right, if you wanted to do it detailed, it's going to dry. Si on veut faire la détail dessus, ça va sécher, vraiment. Mais comme on travaille avec des choses aquarellables, on peut toujours retourner puis mettre un peu d'eau avant d'étamper. Puis ça, c'est une bonne chose à faire. Tu veux l'ajouter un peu d'eau juste avant que tu fais ton étampe. So let's see, because that's making a little bit of a mess. Maybe I didn't make it creamy enough, but let's see what we end up with. So what I'm going to do, when I say a little bit, hold it up a little. Okay, moi je fais comme un mist. Okay? So, juste deux petits mists comme ça. Oui, je peux ajouter plus, mais je vais perdre toute la détail. Already I'm going to lose some of it. And now we're going to stamp. Okay, guys, first time for everything. You guys had some interesting questions yesterday, and j'ai eu des questions. Quelqu'un m'a demandé, je pense peut-être Vicky, si la brayer ou nos mains faisaient une différence. Et ce que j'ai dit, c'est des fois quand on frotte sur notre papier, quand on fait une empreinte de la peinture ou sur le gel plate, I find that I could feel the spaces where the stencil was, so it gave me a chance to push more than the brayer would have. See? Now, I probably held that down too long because I was yapping. Mais tu vois, j'ai perdu tout mon détail parce qu'il était vraiment, it was very wet. So now, I could probably just give a small mist and stamp again. But look at that pink, guys. Check la couleur. C'est ça que j'aime. So, of course, Dominic's was much more perfect and precise than mine because she knew what she was doing. I'm just playing. Mais c'est fun. You see? So each time there's still paint on here, you can always just, once again, add a little bit more water and keep printing. And then at the end, I would cut this apart. Donc, on peut utiliser comme ça, mais tu peux aussi découper puis utiliser les portions que tu aimes le plus. Okay? So, there we go. So look at how with each one, so my middle is getting more defined, okay, because there was less water and less paint. But as long as the paint's on there, you can still keep stamping.
Paper to stamp or stamp to paper? Which is better?
OK. Ça dépend qu'est-ce qu'on utilise. Si tu peux tenir l'étampe, oui, tu peux prendre l'étampe à le papier. Si tu penses que c'est trop, il y a trop d'eau dessus, if you find that there's too much water on there, then you might want to bring the paper to the stamp, because when you turn it over, it could drip. But I judge by the size of the stamp usually. So if it's a bigger stamp like you saw yesterday, then I definitely like to bring the paper to the stamp. So this was done on watercolor paper, okay? So I could do lots of techniques on watercolor paper with these paints. One of the techniques that Dominique had tried that I loved was she was doing spatter. Donc, where's her technique? Look at that, okay? So you see how that spatter looks like you were spattering acrylic paints, mais c'est pas les peintures. Ça, je l'aime beaucoup, beaucoup, okay? So, again, to do a spatter, sometimes you pull the color and you'll put it on your mat, just so that you can put enough water to it. But, let's see if I can successfully spatter today. You want to use a smaller brush. Some people will use a spatter brush. There is such a thing. Tim Holtz makes one. Donc, Tim a fait un spatter brush. But I go back to the old-fashioned, just easy. Oh, I've got a lot of paint on there. Hang on. So I like to just go like that. Okay. Now you can see I need more water. So I'm going to just put some water here and I'm going to roll my brush in it. So, il y a beaucoup de façons de faire les splatters. Parce qu'il y a il y en a ceux qui prennent une brosse à dents, pas celle que tu utilises, mais une brosse à dents, puis il met la peinture dessus, puis il frotte sur les, what are bristles? Jay, you should know.
Yeah, you're asking
What are
the right
bristles
person.
in French, guys? So, si on faisait ça, so look at that. You see how nice that is? Now, I think I would probably dry each coat between the next one, unless you want them to blend. But to me, a spatter finishes everything. Moi, je trouve ton image est pas complète sans mettre un spatter de n'importe quelle couleur. Normalement, moi, j'utilise noir, mais j'aime qu'avec ces couleurs-là, on peut avoir l'effet de la peinture. So really, when you look at Dominique's tag, don't look at mine, you can see that she really, really had controlled her spatter. She got some orange in there, some yellow, and she had a lot of fun with her colors. So if I don't want to add more water in here, I could literally just put water. That's interesting. I guess my mat is a little dirty. So I could drop my brush on the floor, which is very intelligent. Guys, give me a second. I will find it.
Dominique says you have to dry between colors.
I know. I was trying not to. Okay, you win. Je vais le sécher entre les couleurs. It's just I find it very loud for you guys. So you guys could still hear me because I have a microphone here. Jay can't hear me now, so now's when you could tell me all your secrets and he'll never know. Okay. Et c'est comme il dit en anglais, a watched pot never boils. Moi, je pense les gouttes qu'on essaie de sécher spécifiquement, ils sèchent jamais parce qu'on veut qu'ils sèchent. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, guys, I don't have the patience to dry it all, so we'll try and stay away from that guy. So here goes my yellow that I've made a mess. I've put yellow paint on my floor. It's now more like a lime green. Okay, mais encore. Oh, look at it. Jay, I hope they can see that. Look at this beautiful color. Comme il est néon. That is just beautiful. Look at the color. Wow, I'm going to put a little bit more of that because we need more. There, we need bigger gouttes. Bigger gouttes, c'est bilingue. Voilà. Donc, moi, j'ai trouvé quelque chose d'intéressant aujourd'hui. Et vous pouvez répondre à cette question. Et je pense qu'en anglais et en français, on va avoir deux réponses différentes. So if I asked everybody, what is the proper gift, or what anniversary is the first anniversary in a marriage? Donc, c'est quoi la première anniversaire d'un mariage? C'est quoi comme cadeau? Comme il dit, I don't know, le 5e, je sais, le 3e, c'est cuire. So, what is the first year anniversary? Is anybody answering me that? J'aime vraiment savoir. Et après ça, je vais vous dire pourquoi. So let me know if anybody gives you any answers.
Paper. Vicky says it's paper.
Vicky's-
Sharon says paper.
OK. Maintenant, quelqu'un français.
Chantal says papier.
Papier?
Papier.
OK.
Papier. Maryse. Danielle.
OK.
Jacinthe.
Donc, aujourd'hui, moi, j'ai dit ça à Francine. Puis elle m'a dit, oui, c'est ça que j'ai pensé aussi. Sauf ma fille, pour son première année, j'ai acheté de papier. Puis elle m'a dit, maman, t'as trempé, c'est de coton. OK? So I said, Francine, it's not cotton, it's paper, look. Et j'ai fait une recherche Google. Puis j'ai dit, c'est quoi le first anniversary, l'anniversaire? Et ça dit paper, dummy. C'est ça, you know. My computer talks to me like that. Mais après ça, j'ai fait la même recherche en Google, mais en français. J'ai demandé, c'est quoi le cadeau pour premier anniversaire? And you know what it said? Coton. So, you guys try and figure that out, parce que je sais pas pourquoi en anglais, c'est paper, et après ça, coton, et après ça, cuir. Et en français, c'est coton en premier et cuir pour deuxième. So I found that very interesting. And if any of you Google search it, maybe you can tell me why. Because I was very, very surprised. And I think even Francine was too. And why would I be telling that story today? Because one of my children are celebrating their first anniversary. Very exciting. Very exciting. Now, guys, that is crying out for some pink. It really is. So, I hope I'm not boring you too much with my spatter, but I love the spatter. And then we're going to go into Marlene's book. Je ne sais pas si vous êtes toutes au courant, mais même dans le design team de Marlene, on a notre very own Jen, qui prend tous les cours ici avec nous autres. Elle est sur le design team, puis elle fait des très, très, très beaux projets avec tous les produits de Art by Marlene. Okay, Dominic, don't yell at me. It's not completely dry, but I'm going to add pink. Okay, guys. You guys just yell at Jay if all of a sudden he's showing you something you shouldn't be seeing, because he's trying to look up what I just said. I don't think he believes me. Il me croit pas. But it really did say that. Has anybody else Googled that, or are you too busy watching me play with my paint? Des fois, moi, je trouve que moi, je m'amuse, puis toi, t'es un peu ennuyé. So we don't want that to happen. So I am just going to finish my spatter, and we are going to move on. Okay, guys, how delicious is that pink? Okay? Donc, si tu viens ici, je peux vous faire maquiller exactement avec mes néons, si tu veux. So you guys will have to take a number, though, okay? Il faut prendre un numéro si vous voulez venir, puis je te fais maquiller dans mes néons. And even if you don't wear makeup, that's fine. I can still do a good job. Okay, now I'm adding my red. I used to think there couldn't be a neon red. So guys, how many of you are going to actually try this technique? Because as you can see, I'm in love. J'ai tombé en amour avec c'est néon et la technique de spatter. Jay probablement va pas tellement aimer ça parce que
You spattered on your phone.
I spattered on my phone. That's what I was just going to say. I was going to say I'm probably spattering on Jay. It's a good thing it's a watercolor. It comes right off. Okay, guys, that's my last color. I promise to move on now, but look how beautiful. Okay? So I challenge you all to do a page like that and use that as your card background. Use it for anything. It is just so beautiful. Okay? So, let's put that aside and let's go into Marlene's book. Okay? So, yes, it would be faster if I sprayed it, but Marlene hasn't come out with sprays yet. Elle n'a pas fait des sprays. Donc, je vais l'ouvrir au centre, puis on va mettre un peu des aquarelles dessus. Et on va voir à quoi ça a l'air sur le blanc. On va mettre un petit peu, on va changer la page après, puis je vais sortir les découpes de Marlène et on va jouer avec ça. En premier, je vais prendre la couleur qui est encore sur mon mat et voir si c'est assez. Non. My water's dirty. Okay, let's go into the colors, guys. Notice I go right for that pink. So I am going to do this very haphazardly. I'm just going to grab some color. They don't necessarily go together. Ils se mélangent. But I'm putting on bright color. Okay? Donc avec les aquarelles, on peut le faire vif comme ça ou on peut diluer la couleur. Donc sur cette page, je vais travailler avec des couleurs plus chaudes. The purple can cross over, I know that. But I am going to now add some water and let it just tie-dye. Doesn't this look like tie-dye, guys? So, what if you did a page like this? Si on a fait une page comme ça, avec nos aquarelles, on manque une couleur là. Je pense que je vais ajouter un peu de le jaune. You know what we need? We need an orange, because that red is not working for me. There. Okay, guys. Remember when we worked with Diane's paints, like, well, when I did her sprays? So firstly, you can see those les gouttes que je mets sur mon aquarelle. Mais je vais faire ce que j'ai fait la dernière fois avec celle de Diane. Je vais mettre mes deux pages ensemble puis voir si je peux faire le même effet qu'on a fait avec les sprays. So can we completely transfer that color? And we can. Okay, so yes, I would probably dry that now in the middle. But I love the way I ended up with the two pages mirroring each other. So now I'm going to dry that a little bit, and you know how much I love to turn this on. And I'm going to find a pochoir. I'm going to find a little stencil. And we're going to do the ghosting technique. You guys loved it last week with the sprays. So what if I do it now in the book? So let's grab a stencil that we've already used and let's ghost. It's coming close to Halloween. I don't even know what's going to happen for Halloween, but I'm going to miss our Halloween crop. Okay, donc j'ai mis ça là. Je vais faire ce qu'on a fait la semaine passée où je mets de l'eau. Puis je ne veux pas mettre trop parce que je ne veux pas que ça coule. You don't want to put too much because you don't want it to seep underneath, but you still want there to be enough that I can take this now and turn it over, leave it there, take my kitchen roll before Jay breaks everything and rub it over here and go back and rub it over there. And like last time, we get our ghosting. Now I might not have left it on long enough, but you can see, and as it dries more, you're going to see more of it come out. Okay? Et maintenant, j'enlève celle-ci. Je fais la même chose maintenant avec mon papier essuie-tout. And look at that. So now, before your very eyes, I made my first two backgrounds in this book. Okay? Assez facile. All right, guys, so really, it's fun to play, and I've already got 2 pages done in this book. I'm going to dry it so we can do another page now with the metallics and do the same technique, sauf je vais prendre des autres couleurs. Donc, je vais faire les couleurs plus froides. Hey, I wonder what would happen if we mixed the neons and the metallics. That's a good question. Anybody? Anybody think that would work out? Okay, so I think that's going to be dry enough that I can move on to the next page. And this time I'm going to work with the metallics, but I'm going to go into the blue greens and I'm going to add some of the neon at the end. Okay?
What are the paints called?
Okay, ces peintures-là sont des peintures de Art by Marlene. Okay? Ceux-là, c'est Brighter Than Bright. Et l'autre, Sept et Beautiful Brights. Donc, Brighter Than Bright, ça, c'est les néons. Puis l'autre, je vais trouver le nom pour vous autres parce qu'au moment, je me souviens plus. Mais ceux-là, c'est des métalliques. Mais les deux sont des paquets comme ça. Ça vient avec la boîte en métal. It comes with the metal box. They are both in this kind of a container. They're open so that you can see the paints here. And you get a paintbrush and you get a water brush with it. Okay? And these little wells are so that you could actually mix or blend some of your colors, like other watercolor sets. Okay? So, let's go on here now. Again, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of water, like I did before. And I'm gonna go into the metallics now. And we're gonna do the blue and green. Okay, we're gonna go ocean, comme l'océan. So, I'm gonna encore, je pense pas où je le mette, and I'm gonna do this side and then transfer it to there. Okay, so I need more water. Parce qu'on veut avoir comme les boules. Donc, je vais essayer de faire un peu de mouvement dans le métallique. Et après, je vais l'ajouter un peu de vert. Et on va voir à quoi ça a l'air quand on fait le transfert de une à l'autre. Look at that color. That is just a beautiful color. OK? Donc, j'aime beaucoup ces couleurs. Elles sont vraiment crémeux. Et I think we need a little bit of neon in there. But I can't decide if it's the green or the blue. Je mets une touche de le vert néon. Oh, look at that. Donc, je pense quand ça va sécher, on va voir un petit peu plus la différence entre ces deux peintures. Okay, so let's see if we can keep some of that movement. Je vais ajouter de l'eau et maintenant je ferme cette page-là puis voir quel effet ça nous donne. So guys, all I'm doing here is playing in front of you. This is what you should do with your paints and your items at home. Make one book juste pour des essais. Fais une livre juste pour des essais. Il faut pas que chaque page soit un Rembrandt or a Monet. Ooh, I'm liking how that looks. Donc, regarde. Maintenant, je peux faire des boules de l'air un peu comme water in the ocean, which I can do with a spatter after. But we're going to dry that little bit in the middle, or I'm going to move it so that I have a little bit more. Voila. So now here, I'm liking the way that looks, but I think it needs a little spatter. Donc comme ça, comme j'ai dit, joue avec tes peintures. Voir qu'est-ce que tu l'aimes, qu'est-ce que tu l'aimes pas. And of course, this would stay more if I dried it. Right, Dominic? I know, she's saying, dry it quickly. I wish I had a bubble stencil here. I don't. So I don't have a bubble stencil. That's what I was looking for. And then I thought maybe I have a bubble stamp, which I don't. But let's see, what's in our little cachette? I'm going to stamp with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what we did before avec les néons. Juste pour donner un peu plus. Voilà, je vais prendre un peu de le néon en bleu et je vais le faire la peinture dessus. Je vais perdre beaucoup là le dessin. So I'm going to try and get it a little less wet because I can see already that that is going to mess up a bit, but let's try. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to because it was too wet, but the more I stamp it now, the more it's going to be more precise. So that one we call an oopsie, okay? And watch, I'm gonna do something very professional, okay? Ça c'est un secret entre nous autres. Oh, il pue là. Il pue là. Il était jamais là. Okay, so that's one good thing about watercolors. You don't like what you did, it's gone. Another way to make drops on here would be with our sprayer. So if you remember, the distress sprayer can do drops in two different ways. Des gouttes, des gros gouttes, ou un mist. Un mist, c'est qu'est-ce que je fais dans les peintures. Et les gouttes sont comme ça.
Can you take the camera a sec?
I can. Okay, guys. So what do you think? Moins d'eau pour plus de détails. There, Andy, you got blues today. Bubble wrap, that's a great idea. So, Leah, I wish I had, oh, I do. Okay, bubble wrap. Okay, bubble wrap. So what's cool about bubble wrap is, Leah's so smart. I didn't even think I had some here. Bubble wrap is another way to make texture. So first you can actually just spray water on there and then stamp it. But you'd have to wait till it dries to see it. Oh, I forgot about that, Leah. Thank you. Okay. Donc, see, that was trop encore. Bubble wrap is another way to create texture. So either you texture with the water or you turn your page and you can dip this right into your watercolor. So I'm going to show you how cool that could be. So I've dipped it into a few different colors because that's the way I roll. And I am going to bubble wrap this page. Now there is something cool. And remember, you're not wrecking your paints. You can always clean them. But look how cool that is as a page. So guys, we've just made like 4 or 5 backgrounds with environ ou rien d'effort. Look at that.
Where'd you get that bubble wrap?
It was right here.
Oh.
Guys, Leah, you got me in trouble. Jay says I'm not allowed to use the bubble wrap. Mais c'est pour vous dire que tout ce que vous avez en avant de vous autres est toujours capable de faire une autre chose sur tes pages. Look how beautiful that is. Okay? I want you all to go buy bubble wrap and make a page like this. And then don't have heart failure when you see your paints looking like that, because you can clean your paints, okay? On peut nettoyer nos peintures, aucun problème. All right, guys, what do you think? Do we like that? Did we like that effect? People like it? Okay, guys, so all I was showing you by doing this, really, we didn't learn anything today. C'était pas une journée qu'on a bien appris quelque chose de fantastique. Je veux vous montrer que on peut jouer sans, without any criticism, without being critiqued. Just play, and you're going to stumble upon things you like, and you're going to see des journées, il y a rien qui marche pour toi. That's almost all of my days, but I would say that when we're playing with watercolors, you can't make a mistake, okay? Watercolor, by nature, is correctable, okay? So, and then last but not least, you can always add gesso and cover whatever you've done. But a piece is not finished. Ton projet est jamais fini avant que tu l'aimes, ok? Puis on dit en anglais et en français, un morceau d'art, souvent, il va aller sur tous les niveaux de lait avant que ça va être beau. So often it goes through a lot of ugly until it becomes beautiful. But when it becomes beautiful, that's when you stop, okay? I know we're all guilty. We go, this looks so nice. You know what I want to do? I now want to bubble wrap pink and red, and I'm not doing it. I'm leaving that like that, but I'm so tempted. I'm so pleased. So, guys, really, I didn't show you anything out of the ordinary today. Just, look already. We have 6 backgrounds done. I mean, my book is already half finished. So play, take out your paints, experiment, play, do what you can. Let me show you Dominique's more precise pages, because she actually...
How much is the paint? For France?
Le peinture est 95 ou 36,95. Et comme je dis, ça vient toute la kit ensemble avec les pinceaux et la boîte en métal. Une autre chose très importante avec tous les produits d'aquarelle puis tout ça, tu veux que ça soit complètement sec avant de le fermer, okay? Guys, always when you're working with your watercolor paints and a lot of other things that you add water into, you want to wait till they're completely dry before you close them, because otherwise all you're doing is you've got all sorts of humidity and mildew, and you have a chance of getting mold, okay? And I hate to say that, but that's a mixture of our waters, c'est un mélange de notre eau et le produit elle-même. Donc, on veut que ça soit complètement sec avant de le fermer. So, this is Art by Marlene's owl. Everybody knows this was my favorite. T'as tout pris ça comme quand j'ai vous demandé. So, as you can see here, Dominique did a beautiful spatter around here and stamped the owl. Then we progress. Here, she used a smaller paintbrush, et elle a fait des aquarelles sur le petit hibou, puis étampé. Puis elle a bien réussi ça parce qu'elle a pas mis trop d'eau. So, then, ce qu'elle a fait après, elle a fait la même chose, sauf elle a maintenant étampé une encre noire par-dessus pour qu'on voit encore le détail dans l'hibou. Okay? So once again, then we went, oops. Et aussi, qu'est-ce qu'elle a utilisé comme tag? C'est un die de Marlene aussi. So here she used the metallics. Okay, and look, she did a nice soft look of the metallics. Encore, ça c'est avec un pinceau plus petit que la mienne, okay? So you want more detail, you go with a smaller brush and you don't put as much water. Then she stamped the black on top of the metallics. So again, you can see that. Et la dernière chose, elle a fait des métalliques sur noir. So that's where I say that when you use a metallic paint, quand on utilise un peinture métallique, tu peux le voir, il y a toujours une autre couleur qui sort de nos métalliques. Soit argent, si ça était à base d'or, on va voir plus d'or. So you can really see the mix of those metallics. And then the last thing I noticed that she had done, which I thought was so cute, she made a shrinky-dink owl. And I hope you won't mind, Dominic, mais je pense que je vais le mettre, lui, sur mon porte de clé. I think I'm putting him on my keychain, okay? So thank you for that sample, Dom. This too was that die, okay? So she also did the ghosting, mais voir, elle a continuellement utilisé la même, ça s'appelle le mirror die de Marlène. Il est incroyable. Et here is where she did us big tags. Ça, c'est les métalliques sur blanc et les métalliques sur noir. Voilà les métalliques sur noir. Excuse-moi, les néons sur noir et les néons sur blanc. Okay? So I thank Dominic for that. She did some great samples. She did a whole color swatch here and the metallics, showing us what it's like if you add more water, less water, etc. Ceux-là sont disponibles en magasin. Si jamais vous voulez les regarder, il n'y a pas de problème. I'm going to let you guys go now. Tomorrow, don't forget, check in. You know, it's a wacky Wednesday. Who knows what I'm going to do tomorrow? So, bye tout le monde. À demain. Joue avec tes affaires. Puis oui, les aquarelles sont disponibles même sur le site web sous Art by Marlene. OK? Donc, merci tout le monde. À demain. I love you all. Bye.